Yeah, the pop figures are in the back, and all of the Minecraft stuff is. Oh, okay. You're not actually looking for anything that people usually come to these stores for. Okay. You're looking for CDs. Okay. Well, we obviously have a huge selection over there. If you need any help, just let me know. You're looking for suggestions. Okay. Are you looking for anything specific or no, just general? Okay. I tell you what we can do. I actually just picked up a bunch of CDs for myself. I know it's kind of old school, but I don't know. There's something about owning an album, you know. But first things first. It's October, so naturally, you eat an insane amount of candy corn. This container is usually for customers, but as you can tell by the you know, the remaining amount, I eat a lot of it. Sweet. Okay. So I have one, two, three, four, five albums that we can look at. These are just ones that I just picked up that I know that I like. I very rarely will buy an album if I haven't at least heard it online or something, you know. The first one that we're gonna look at is an oldie, I think 2002 or 2000, yeah, 2002 from Matador Records. This is "Turn on the Bright Lights" by Interpol. This is probably one of the few times that I say, their first album was their best. Interpol is probably, they're one of my favorite bands, and I just had to have this. It's been way too long. So it's 11 songs, starting with Untitled, ends with Leif Erikson. You see the stage here on the side, and then a grayed out stage on this side with the songs on top. I got a used copy. It was a lot cheaper. This one's actually kind of broken. Two pieces, but I think it actually got shattered during shipment. But so, Interpol is kind of like an indie rock band, but they're a little bit more new wave. They sound a lot like Joy Division or The Editors, but they're like a happy medium between like mainstream and that post-punk revival kind of stuff, you know. Overall, a great album. Of course, we have a fantastic return policy, so if you don't like anything, you can just bring it back. I'll just look the other way. Okay, cool. The next album that we're gonna look at is 9 Inch Nails, with Teeth. Now this is a half cardboard, half plastic edition. I think it came in a plastic edition back whenever it actually came out, which is 2005. Okay. All the love in the world. You know what you are. The collector. The hand that feeds. Love is not enough. Every day is exactly the same. With teeth only. Getting smaller. Sunspots. The lines begin to blur. Beside you in time. Right where it belongs. This album is really great too. It's a lot heavier than Turn on the Bright Lights. Obviously, because it's a different band, but and then you have the 9 Inch Nails emblem logo. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but and make sure not to pirate this. Piracy is not a victimless crime. You know. What? How do I hear you with these on? That's a good question. Not a question for me, though. A couple people have asked me that. I don't know. I just, Okay, well, this is more industrial, so if you're into industrial music, this is the album for you. Cool, I'll put this one aside too. So the third album that I purchased, it is Coheed and Cambria, In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. Now, I know you're wondering, hey Jeff, what happened to the first, In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth? I don't know. That's a question for somebody else, not me. So this album actually, this is a concept album based on Claudio Sanchez, the vocalist for the band. He has a graphic novel that he writes, and I haven't read any of them, and I hear that they're really good. But all of their albums, except for the one that, their last album, The Color in the Sun, is the only one that isn't a concept album. But so you have just some clouds and a little moon outline up there, and then down at the bottom you have your title and band. This one's actually really cool because it comes in a sleeve. Set that aside. So the actual CD cover looks like this. It basically just looks like Earth. Whether or not it actually is Earth is a question for somebody else, not me. You can see inside here, maybe, Coheed and Cambria, in Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. And then on the back you have like a moon covered over by clouds. And of course you get, your lyric booklet. See if I can get this out without messing it up. There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You have the lyrics on one side, and a picture of a phone, an old phone, on the other side. And then more lyrics, some more pictures. Why don't I? Have you ever heard of Coheed and Cambria? No? Okay. Well, they're kind of a niche. I think if you're just into like rock, you're probably going to enjoy them, but why don't I read you a couple lines, huh? This one's from Blood Red Summer. Faint white figures paint my sleep. Please don't tell my secrets, keep them hidden. You got it. If the words that matter reach your face from floor, will you be wondering if, or do I need what is given or honest? Does it cost me scarring if the words don't stay true? If the words stay true, even number your nephew. I don't want it anymore. Yeah, so, like I said, these are all concept albums, so you're probably not going to know what's going on. What is it about? Well, that's for someone else to answer. Not me. Now if I could get this back together. Okay. Put it back in the sleeve. Sleeve. So, we have 2 albums left. And everybody knows this album. This is Hot Fuss by The Killers. This is, I believe, 2004. This is their debut album. They were voted like the best British band from America or something, because they kind of sound British on this band, or on this album. But, so, you have your classics, like Mr. Brightside. Somebody told me, I think On Top had a pretty high, running on the radio, too. And then, like, my personal favorite, I really love Jenny Was a Friend of Mine, Smile Like You Mean It, and Andy, You're a Star. I really think that this is probably one of the more solid albums that came out in that time. Definitely, for sure. But so you basically just have a sky and a couple little buildings that with some Japanese or Chinese letters. I think it's Japanese letters, and then the back is just a solid blue with the FBI warning on it. Piracy is not a victimless crime. But why don't we crack open the booklet and see what we got in here, huh? Sweet. Okay. Okay. Well, this is nice. This is the first page. It's just black. Okay, it's fine. I actually think these are just all pictures of the band. Yeah, this is definitely just pictures of the band. There's no lyrics. The Killers are Brandon Flowers, Dave Kooning, Mark Stormore, Ronnie Vanucci, I assume. Yeah. So these guys have a lot of influence, of like 80s pop bands and 80s like dream pop. At least this album, their albums change, or like their sound changes from album to album. So you have like an album like Sam's Town, which is pretty much like an indie rock kind of thing, and then this is more like a dream pop kind of thing. But if you're into that, I would also check out the Bravery. I think they only have like one or two albums. I think two albums. But definitely inspired by the Killers, or I mean, I assume they are. They have to be, right? They sound identical. Or like a love child between like Joy Division and the Killers. I don't know. They just put out a new song a couple days ago, or weeks, or months. I don't know. That's a question for somebody else. And it wasn't that bad. So they're still making music. It's just a matter of, will they actually put out an entire album? But we're gonna put this back together now. So naturally, I saved the best for last. Just kidding. That's not a decision for me to make. Anyway, the last album is The Amulet by Circa Survive. I own two more of their albums, but I've listened to their entire discography more times than I can count. Absolutely love this band. Fantastic band. If I had to describe them, it would be probably a cross between, like, I don't even know, because it's like an experimental rock kind of thing. Definitely a lot heavier than the other bands that I've the CDs that I've picked up. This also comes in a cardboard sleeve with a lot of really cool artwork. So you have the lady holding a shell, and then on the back you have a bunch of like demons dancing. I actually have the wall flag of this. It's really cool. And then on the inside, you have waves. You have the waves of the ocean. Ocean waves. And again, inside, you have, I believe this is a lyric booklet. So you have some lyrics and some cool little decals, not decals, but like doodles. Looks like a snail, maybe. I think there's a bell. Yeah. Maybe. But, their artwork is done by S.O. Andrews. And he's been doing their album art since they started in 2004. I think their first album was. This album came out in 2017. The back end of 2017, I believe. Why don't we read some lyrics, huh? How about... Here, I'm gonna read from a couple lines from the song Stay. Tried to make everything stay, love, but I can't convince you to change. And I heard you claim to be something like an expert in pain. So let's make believe. The messages in this album are definitely my favorite from any of the other ones. And it's, like I said, it's a lot different. So, I tell you what, I will, just because we're getting ready to close, and I hate my job, I'm gonna let you demo these in the back. So if you have headphones, cool. If not, you can use these guys. I want to go home, so I'll just leave you the keys, and you can like leave it under the mat. How's that? Cool. Okay, well, your stack of CDs is here, so I'll let you get to it. I'm going home.